It was after 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Kenji had finally finished work and was rushing home in the rain. Then, his eyes met with a young blonde girl, probably around 23 or 24 years old, standing in the shade of a convenience store without an umbrella. For a moment, Kenji wondered, what is she doing? But as he was about to hurry on, the girl came up to him and said, "Hey, I don't have anywhere to go home to." Kenji had heard rumors that there were more and more call girls like this recently, so he was a little confused. But she seemed pretty cute, thought it would be okay, and went with her to a nearby city hotel. Before going to bed, Kenji said, "Take a shower," and the girl nodded and went into the shower room. Seeing her nod, Kenji had a bad feeling. After a while, she came out of the shower room, her makeup gone, and Kenji realized his premonition had come true. A high school girl? She shook her head, but when Kenji looked at her suspiciously, she nodded reluctantly. What a stupid thing to do. Why, I want a new cell phone. It costs 30,000 yen. What about your mom and dad? You two do what you like, and don't care about me. But that doesn't mean you should waste your body. I wonder, my friends do it too. It's not a loss for either of us. But, we're high school students. That's enough. Are you going to do it? No, I won't. When he said that, the girl said, "You idiot," and ran out. "Hey, it's pouring outside," Kenji shouted. But I don't know if she heard him. Kenji was left alone in the room, and he remembered the landlord of the office he rented when he started his current company. Her name is Yoshino, and she is about 80 years old. She is still the owner of a traditional Japanese restaurant. Before the war, when Yoshino was in her youth, it was the standard course for the daughter of a poor family. If she had no special skills, she was destined to be sold to a brothel. Yoshino has 5 siblings, and she was sold to feed her father and mother, a total of 7 people. It seems that on the day a brothel takes its first customer, a special customer is attracted, and Yoshino was apparently attracted to a very wealthy man named Yamamoto, who runs a business around Hakone. Now, when it was time to go to bed, Yoshino rubbed her head against the tatami mat and asked Yamamoto, "Sir, I don't have any redeeming qualities, but I can work harder than anyone. Please give me a year. I'd like to become a prostitute after that." Yoshino was asking for such a thing, but Yamamoto was no ordinary man either. And he bought Yoshino for about 10 million yen today, and decided to have her work at the inn he was running. Then, about 10 years later, Yoshino, who had become the proprietress of a fine inn, received news that her mother was critically ill. When Yoshino returned to her hometown for the first time in 10 years, her mother mustered her last strength and kept apologizing with her hands together, saying, I'm sorry, I can't die unless you apologize to me." Yoshino hadn't told her family that she had become the proprietress of an inn, so her mother had assumed that Yoshino had been working as a prostitute for the family. "For the past 10 years, I wasn't a prostitute. I'm the proprietress of an inn," Yoshino said, with a confident look on her face. And her mother apparently passed away with a smile on her face, saying, "Pokai. Pokai." As Kenji was remembering this story, he heard a knock.